A long time ago, in the land of the Chaldeans, many generations after the great flood, the world was still struggling. The prince Mastema, that ancient enemy of all that is good, looked down upon the fields of men with envy. In his anger, he sent great swarms of ravens and birds across the earth. These dark clouds would descend like a living storm upon the freshly planted seeds. They devoured everything before the crops could even begin to grow. Fathers and mothers worked from sunrise to sunset, planting with hope, only to watch their labor stolen by thousands of hungry birds. Hunger grew in the land. Fear settled in the hearts of the people. But in that same troubled time, a very special boy was born. His name was Abram. Even as a small child, Abram was different. While those around him bowed down to idols made of wood and stone, Abram's heart quietly turned toward the one true God, the creator of heaven and earth. He prayed in secret. He longed to walk in righteousness. He refused to follow the foolish ways of his fathers. When Abram turned 14 years old, the season of sowing came once again. His whole family went out into the wide fields to plant the precious seeds that would feed them through the year. Young Abram went with them, working beside his father. Then it happened. The sky suddenly darkened. A massive cloud of ravens appeared, hundreds upon hundreds of noisy, hungry birds, swirling like a black whirlwind. They dove toward the earth, ready to strip the fields bare once more. But this time, something extraordinary took place. Young Abram stepped forward. With courage in his heart and faith in the Most High, he lifted his voice and cried out with authority, "Descend not upon the earth. Return to the place from which you came." The birds trembled in the air. To everyone's amazement, the entire flock turned around. They flew away and did not touch a single seed where Abram stood. The people watched in stunned silence. 70 times that day the ravens tried to return. 70 times they came in great waves. And 70 times this brave 14-year-old boy stood firm, lifted his voice, and commanded them to leave in the name of the Lord. Not one raven managed to land on the fields protected by Abram. The news spread quickly through the land of the Chaldeans. People began to speak of this remarkable boy whose word the birds obeyed. Abram's name grew in honor and respect. But the story does not end there. Inspired by this victory, young Abram later invented a clever new kind of plough. He designed it with a special box above the blade so that the seeds would fall directly into the furrow and be covered by soil right away, safe from the birds forever. The people of his land began using his invention, and the ravens lost their power over their harvests. This beautiful hidden story from the Book of Jubilees shows us something powerful. Even as a young boy, Abram was already learning to trust God and stand boldly against destruction. Long before God called him to leave his country, long before the great covenant and the name Abraham, God was quietly preparing a faithful heart. A heart that would one day become the father of many nations and a friend of God.